My name is Dolores Rodriguez. At the age of 16, I became a mother. I was a teenage bride. It wasn't easy. I had to drop out of school and there was no one to watch my baby, so I couldn't go back, and I never did go back. The father was always gone and I was go spend the day with my dad. We were close, but it was hard, and a lot of anger in me, but I had my daughter, and she was a joy to me. I stayed home with her. I love staying home, and she was a healthy baby, but I didn't go back to school, and so I was depressed, angry, nobody to talk to. They had no counseling in those days. I had nobody, just by myself, you know.
Hi, my name is Veronica Hernandez, and you've just heard from my mother, Dolores. Now I'd like to share a few words with you. At the age of 16, I found myself with 2 children. It was like having twins because they were so close in age. It was very hard. Like I said, it was like having twins, but you know, you have 2 kids with diapers, 2 in bottles, and it was very, very hard, very stressful. And being at a young age, I really didn't know how to be a mother. I didn't know how to be, I wasn't married at the time. I had a boyfriend. We did live together, but I didn't know how to live as a normal family. And you know, there became drugs became in the house, and our home was chaos. And I found myself as single mom not soon after that, when my son was 1.5. And so I pretty much raised my children by myself. And like I said, I didn't know how to be that mother, and my escape was to go to a drug because I just didn't know how to deal with them. I was getting high. I started taking heroin at the age of 18, started partying and going out just because I didn't know. I was looking for an escape. I was looking for an answer. I was looking for something that can help me just to deal with everyday problems. And that's what helped me to deal with my problems, was getting high or you know, drinking and not having to deal with issues in my life. You know, even in my finances, I didn't know how to maintain an apartment or anything. I couldn't hold a job. After that, I would try, but you know, I was kind of like a functioning drug addict. Some people can function. I would get jobs and I would try, but I could never hold them any more than 3 months, 6 months, because I was constantly calling in sick. You know, and having my children, it was just too hard.
Well, at a young age, I found myself, you know, a young girl, kind of with no direction, finding myself wanting to go to parties and, you know, with boyfriends, and just experiencing life of how I thought it should be. At a young age, I found myself, you know, from that lifestyle, being pregnant and becoming a single parent mom. And if it wasn't for my mom being there for me, I don't know where I'd be today without her support, without my grandmother's support and my family's support. And
I gave my life to Jesus, and I have joy, and I just, you know, I just thank my pastor for teaching me, instilling in me that, you know, it's not our understanding, because God's ways not our ways, but He knows a mother's heart. And I just could put my head on the pillow at night and go to sleep. No matter what comes my way, I know that God's with me. Like that song, I love music, that song about God is with you. But yeah, I'm very happy today. I wish I knew then what I know now. I wouldn't have suffered like I did. I praise God, and I thank Him.
He
Yes.
did. When I did cry out to the Lord, God gave me a Christian parole officer, and he seen something in me. He knew I was serious, and he said, you know what, you find some kind of home. Find somewhere where you can do your violation there. And I knew that it was God just going before me and, working out my situation. And I was trusting in Him, and He opened doors for me. And that's when I came across Victory Outreach. They had a women's home. It was in San Pedro. I started going to church in Long Beach, and I even moved out of my neighborhood. I knew that I wasn't strong enough. Even though I was going to church, sometimes we need a little bit more, So I really thank the Lord for saving me and opening up those doors, because it's been going on 24 years this year that I've been serving the Lord, and God is so faithful. He's faithful to His promises. My both children, they're both married. They have been raised in the ministry in a Christian home, and now their children, my grandchildren, are here, and my mother and my father, they got saved. And 4 years after I came to the Lord is when my sister got saved, and she came in too as a broken relationship. But today I can stand on God's promises that He is faithful and just, and He will save your whole family. He will save your whole household. And not only did He save my sister, but He saved her husband, and today he is the pastor right here in the city of Torrance.
I got saved at the age of 17 years old, and I made a decision as a single mom that I wanted my daughter to be raised in the house of the Lord and to have values in her life. And it's been 16 years that I've been serving God, and I've came a long way. Today I'm married to a man of God. He's a licensed minister, and I have a beautiful daughter that she's 16 today, and I could say that she's been raised with godly values in her life and within her heart, and she has principles. And she also, this day, as a 16-year-old, she's made a commitment. She made a vow of purity to stay pure until marriage, and she has goals of her own that she would like to share with you.
God, that I was raised in Victory Outreach, because I don't have to experience what my grandma, my great-grandma, my mom went through when they were 16 or younger. In Victory Outreach, they taught us about pastoral purity, which is to wait till you're married. With pastoral purity, I made a commitment to stay pure until marriage, and that's what I'm going to do, because I know there's one special guy out there for me, and I'm just going to wait for him.